Hello and welcome, everyone. My name is Mark, a trainer here at WEX Field Service Management, and today we're covering reporting. This webinar will cover lists versus reports, key reports to monitor weekly, your receivables report, appointments and service requests, job summary, proposals report, maintenance plan, appointment scheduling, total sales, and some daily to-dos. We'll do a live Q&A at the end so you can get your questions answered live on stream. And without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into WEX FSM. Also, welcome, Gene. If you do have any questions, feel free to put those in the chat. And we are recording today's session so you can capture what you may have missed. But I just did the intro, so we are just getting started here. So I think you're good to go. When you first log into your system, we have lists and reports. And lists are reports, but they're focused more on individual items. Let me show you what I mean. When you log in, you'll see your main navigation here, and you'll see jobs in the top left. That's your main navigation. And when you hover over jobs, it will show you a drop down, and these are all of the lists in your system. Call lists, all your calls, job list, all your jobs, invoice list, all your lists, and so forth. We're going to first take a look at the job list. So that's jobs, job list. The job list is a great place to first see all of your jobs in your entire system at a glance. You can search for jobs by date range, by job type, which you can customize these job types if you want to from settings, jobs, job types. Basically, it's a way to tag your jobs as you're creating jobs in your system. You'll tag your service jobs as service. You'll tag your maintenance jobs as maintenance. And then when you come to here, maybe I want to look at all of my installs we did last week. So I can just take a look at where they're at. It will show you the job status. And is there any follow-up required with a flag? Now, that's something I really enjoy about this list is in your system, you have a feature called Flag for Follow-up. You can flag jobs from the office or out in the field from the mobile app. And once a job is flagged, it will show up when you toggle on Show Flagged Jobs Only. And if you're the one kind of in charge of follow-ups, making sure that everyone knows what's going on and that nothing slips between the cracks, this is going to be your best friend. Show flag jobs only will show you all jobs with a flag, and you click on the flag to view the flag. This will probably have notes in it, let's say from the field technician. A scenario here would be you have parts that need to be ordered. If I'm a technician in the field, I could say part order is what follow-up needs to happen. I can even assign the flag to someone. Let's say Alex Murphy is the person who does all of our part purchasing, and then put in the notes here. We need part this, and then save. And you'll come in here, maybe you will do some updates. Update part on back order, ordering from another supplier. And then you can save the flag. Once the job is complete, you finally get the part in. The technician can even do this when they complete the appointment from the field. They will mark the flag as complete, and it will be removed from your flags here. So maybe you're the kind of person who has sticky notes all over your desk to remind you of stuff. You can now use flags in tandem with the job list to keep track of follow-ups. Next, let's take a look at the invoice list. We'll go to Jobs, Invoice List. Invoice list, again, a big list of all your invoices in your system. Maybe this is a place where you want to just come and search for an invoice. If you have an invoice or job number, you can type that in here and the invoice will show up. But this page is especially important for my QuickBooks syncers. If you are syncing to QuickBooks, when you create an invoice in your system, as long as it has items on it, when you save that, it's going to be put in your invoice list here and it will sync down to QuickBooks. And this is where you can check that that sync is happening properly. All of these right now just say ready. That means that they are good to go. And on the next sync, it will just sync over to QuickBooks. But you may want to come here and check the auto sync status, not ready. That will show you anything that wants to sync but doesn't have all the information yet to fully sync over. And we can see we have some not readies here. And let's take a look at this one. So we can see for my customer Timothy, we created an invoice and it didn't sync. Maybe you noticed in your QuickBooks that Timothy's invoice was not there. This is where you would go to check. Click on Details to troubleshoot, and really it's going to tell you exactly what it wants. So this says you must select an account, meaning an income account from QuickBooks, for all invoice line items for QuickBooks Sync. So we can see here, this is an item that was created, but a income account was not selected. So we'll just select where we want this to go and hit save. And that's it. You can do your own troubleshooting here. And once you give it what it wants, in this case, a income account, it will go into a ready status and then it will sync on the next sync. But that is the invoice list. Great place to check auto sync statuses and even troubleshoot from there. Next, let's go to the proposal list. And so that is jobs, proposal list. Now, proposals, aka estimates, you can create in your system. They will show up in this list here. And this really is just to see the statuses in bulk. You can see all of the proposal statuses. Are they in open draft, presented, signed, voided, or declined? And if you want to quickly view a proposal, you will just click on the PDF icon here, and then that will show you what your customer would see if you sent it to them. This is the PDF of the proposal. If you want to search, you just type in the search here. You can search by any of these: customer, bill to, proposal, etc. And proposal list, that is a great place to just search for proposals and see statuses in bulk. Next, let's go to the payment list. So we'll go to Jobs, Payment List. The payment list is going to show you all of your payments in your system. And I'm just kicking the date back a little bit because we just started the month. And so here it is, a big list of all your payments. It will tell you the payment type, payment method, the amount. If it is on a recurring payment plan, you'll see that updated in the frequency. And this also has an auto sync status. So if someone makes a payment, you do not see that sync over, you can come here to check the status of the sync for the payment itself. And of course, you have your filters. You can search by payment type, payment method, payment status, and also some search options here: customer name, payer name, and amount. All right. So that's an overview of our lists. If you continue down the line here, it is the same for all of these. Your maintenance plan lists will show all of your maintenance plans in your system, proposal comparisons, all of your proposal comparisons in a list. Actually, real quick, let's go to the purchase order list. Yes, we will touch advanced reporting right at the end. So there's more in reporting. So right now we're doing lists, and then we're going to move to reporting and do a ton of reports in original reporting. And then at the end, we're going to look at the advanced reporting feature. Let me know if that answered your question. All right. So now let's get into the reporting options that you have. In your system, you will go to reporting, click on that in the main navigation. And there are a couple reports that we're going to pull out and take a look at from here. The first one is the receivables report. So under accounting, click on receivables. The receivables report, that is going to show you all of your invoices in your system. And this is a great place to send payment reminders for anyone who owes you money. Uh, we all know collecting on invoices is a chore when you're running a business, and this makes sending reminders and getting people to pay their bill a lot easier. This will show you all of the invoices, but the use case here is who has an overdue balance. So we're going to go to payment status, overdue. And now the list we see down below is everyone whose invoice is past the due date. So they officially owe, and we're going to send them a reminder to make a payment. Click select all and send invoices. Then click send. That will send out a message to the recipients reminding them that they have an overdue invoice and please pay it. And then it's really nice when a lot of people pay their bill all at one time. But that is the receivables list. Going back to reporting, next we're going to go to appointments and service requests, and that is right here under jobs. Appointments and service requests, when you create appointments and service requests in your system, they are all saved here in this report. It does show you the note. So if there are any notes that are attached, you'll be able to see those notes here. And you can filter by a lot of different filters. Maybe I want to see all appointments for a specific technician for a certain date. I can pull up by customer name, appointment status, job type, job name, job number, etc. If you use appointment tags, a good use case for this is if you do jobs that have multiple visits, or let's say multiple phases of the job, you would name the job like, furnace install or new home, whatever it is that you're doing, roof installation. And then each appointment, you can use a tag. So you could even tag phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Then when you come into here, you will be able to view all of those. So maybe you have like one of your tags is rough in, and you want to click rough in here and see all of your rough in appointments. But on this, you notice this looks slightly different. This has a download button where you can filter your totals, and you can download the report right from here. You can download as a cross tab, which is an Excel file, a PDF, PowerPoint, or as an image. But that is appointments and service requests. Next is the job summary report. So let's go back to reporting and the job summary. So under jobs, we'll go to job summary. The job summary report, this is great for a high level visibility of job statuses and key follow-ups. Job status will tell you, is it open, closed, or abandoned? And this is just a good place to kind of spot check the health of each job. If a appointment was scheduled, but it was not completed and it happened, 2 weeks ago, what happened there? You may want to investigate. If a proposal was signed, but no invoice was created, are we not done with the job or did someone forget to invoice the customer? So just a good checks and balances here to be able to view a summary of each job in bulk. Next, let's take a look at the proposals report. So going back to reporting and under jobs, we'll go to proposals. The proposals report will show all proposals in your system, but this now focuses more on your close win rate. When you are setting up your appointments, you can mark the job as an opportunity. And an example of this would be you see an opportunity where you can sell a new install to this person. So you mark them as an opportunity. The job is marked as an opportunity. And if you send them the proposal, they accept it, you do the job, you take payment. Now that job is complete. That would be considered a job that is won. You will see the win rate go up here. And then your opportunities is how many of those have been marked as opportunity. And then it will tell you your close rate from those estimates getting converted to an invoice and taking payment. Also, search by date range, proposal status. Maybe you want to look at all of your declined proposals from this year and see if any you want to rekindle or, remind the customer that you're still here and available for them. Or maybe you want to look up all of your technicians' proposals that they did this month and just kind of spot check and see those. Maintenance plan appointment scheduling is next. We're going to go to reporting. And then right here, maintenance plan appointment scheduling. If you run a maintenance plan program, making sure that you know who you owe a service to and scheduling for your technician to go out and do the maintenance visit is very important. And this page helps you do that. From here, you will start with seeing your current and future statuses and service windows. From here, you have your customer info, so you can reach out to them to schedule a service. And right here it says appointment status. And this is actually where you can do scheduling right from here. You can do all of your scheduling for your maintenance visits from this page. You don't have to do it from the schedule page. And the benefit of doing it from this page is that when I create the schedule, when I click on this and create an appointment, it's automatically going to put it in the maintenance job that was created when they signed up for the maintenance plan. So it's a good way to stay organized. And probably a most common use case here would be, today's the 3rd. We're coming up to spring. I want to get myself ready to start scheduling my spring visits. Who do I owe a service to right now in this time period? To do this, we will get rid of next and get rid of future. And we want current maintenance plans. That is saying who has a current plan, it's not expired, and that we are within their service window. And here they are. So you'll be able to either individually reach out to them and schedule, and you can send reminders. Click send notifications, review, and send. And it will send a reminder to the customer saying, it's that time of year. Please contact us to schedule your maintenance visit. But great place to do scheduling for maintenance plans. Next, let's take a look at the total sales report. From reporting, we will scroll down. It's the very last one in the middle here, total sales. Click on that. And the total sales, that is going to show you your sales from today, month to date, and year to date. It gives you some nice filtered totals. As you update the date range here and select the job type, it will update the totals for you. And this will also show you your total sales pre-tax, the amount of taxes, and then the total with taxes at the end. But just a great place to look at sales and, you know, perhaps reference your profit and loss. All right. And next, let's take a view at advanced reporting. So everything I've shown you so far has been the normal reporting everyone has as part of their subscription. We do have a product that you can add on as an add-on subscription, and that is advanced reporting. First, if you're interested in that, you can go to settings, subscriptions, and then additional products. Scroll down, and it is right here, advanced reporting. Now, once you sign up and you add advanced reporting into your system, you will see a new button on the reporting page. In fact, when you click on reporting, it will automatically bring you to the advanced side of reporting. And with advanced reporting, this is going to give you a really nice dashboard where you can see total invoiced, total payments, average invoice, some customer statistics, even appointments by location. You can zoom into here. So you have a dashboard that is going to give you some figures. And then you have favorites. So if you find a report that you really enjoy, you can favorite it and it will show up here. Going to all reports. Now, currently, these are the advanced reports that we have. They allow you to drill down a little deeper into your data. And we are consistently adding more reports over time. So if you, let's say the customer's report you really like and you want to be able to reference that quickly, you will click on the heart icon and that will add it to your favorites. And then when you come back here, you can just go to favorites and go right to the ones that you enjoy the most. And all reports is showing all of the reports we have available. And then these tabs here are really just filters to filter out the relating reports. Now, from here, you also have a assist IQ, and you can ask questions about your data. And so here, let's see, show me total sales for all customers in July. Let's try this and select data sources. Where do you want it to pull the data from? And so perhaps customers with invoices and proposals. Let's try that one and enter. And right now it's the Assist IQ, the AI assistant doing the work to pull the data. And there we go. And so this will take some time. When you are first using your system, your AI assistant will read your data, but you are able to train the AI if you come across something that is not useful or not helpful, you can downvote and then just type in here, incorrect answer, you type in whatever it is, and that actually goes directly to our data team and they review and look and update as needed. And then from here, let's take a look at the total sales. So I'm just clicking on total sales. This is going to pull up a lot of great information about the sales in your system. And I want to show a couple other options. So when you're in a advanced report, you've got sort of a dashboard style on the top here, and then you have all of your data below that you can look at. If you click on Insights, that is just going to pull topical insights about this and give you some nice visualizations in graph forms. And if you click the three dots here, you can download this information as a PDF. The present mode is really cool if you are doing, let's say, a sales meeting and you want to just put this in presentation mode to click through the data. We turn it into slides for you. And you can schedule reports. This was a huge ask from our customer base, and it is officially here. And so with scheduling, let's say that you have the report that you want, you have the data that you want, and you would like to schedule for this data to be exported once a week, once a month, you choose. You can go to create schedule. You can name what this is, add a comment if you want. And then let's say I want this to come in every week at 9 a.m. on Mondays. Say who you want this to be sent to, and then hit create. And that will, every Monday at 9 a.m., send you this report. You can always come back to here, three dots, and manage schedules to update the schedules. Maybe you want it on Wednesdays now instead, and you can update that from there. Last thing we're going to look at here before we get into our Q&A is, let's go back to our list. So we'll just go back to reporting. All reports. And then activity tracker. And so this says track actions and changes users make by the date and time for both mobile and desktop. This was also something that was highly requested. And essentially, the activity tracker is going to show you who is doing what in the system. Maybe someone made an invoice and you don't know who made it, and there's some errors on it, and you want to know who to talk to so they know the right way to create invoices. Well, in your system here, we have an activity tracker, and it just says the date, the time, and what they did. So I can see Jordan has been in here doing stuff. I've been in here doing stuff. Grace is in here doing stuff. And just a great way to kind of check, see who's doing certain actions in your system. Now, the last thing I want to show you before we get to our Q&A is where to find the replays of our webinars. You can go to the Help Center. You can go to video courses and webinars. Sign up for live webinars like today, and then scroll down, and right here are the webinar replays. If you are, let's see, if you are interested in learning more about advanced reporting, then you can simply go to Help and type in Advanced Reporting. And we have an advanced reporting guide with a video that walks you through a ton of features and how to use advanced reporting in your system. All right, so that is all of the information we have for today's presentation. I hope you learned something. We're going to go to our Q&A now, but just want to say thanks so much for joining. My name is Mark with WEX Field Service Management, and this has been reporting.